A wonderful good evening to everyone out there under the sound of my voice. Welcome once again to the first edition of the Afia Sports Banter Box in the month of March. March is a wonderful month indeed, the third month of the calendar year. And for those who don't know, because I like to educate sometimes, March was named after the Roman god called Mars. The Greek version of that is ours, and that's the god of war. So there's a lot of war that's going on. Martial things are going down in the world of sports, and that's why we're here on Afia TV, on the Afia Sports Banter Box. The frequencies are still the same: channel 254 DSTV, channel 17 Go TV, and channel 748 Free TV. It's great to be here once again, the good guys. And I am CC, the Rabbi, your host as usual, and we have a lot to discuss today. Two major topics we're talking about. Now, the English Premier League is heating up. We're seeing results come thick and fast, and the end of the season is just around the corner. When I say around the corner, since today is the 5th of March, is just a little over 2 months from now, because by May, we're going to see the end of the season, May 24th to be precise, and we'll know who's going to be crowned the English Premier League champions of the 2025-2026 season. Now, Arsenal are the league leaders, and they have gotten there. They now have a 7-point lead over their nearest challengers, that is Manchester City. But people are whispering, and some of them not even whispering, saying it in very, very loud terms, talking about the fact that Arsenal are disgraceful, playing very pragmatic football, set piece FC, corner FC. Arsenal is going to be the worst champion if they win because of the lack of attractiveness. I'm talking based on what some people are saying. But the question should be very, very clear to all. What is the priority of a big club in the world of sports, football particularly? What is the priority? Are we looking at playing style? Are we talking about playing style, tiki-taka, gegenpressing, whatever kind of style that is pleasing to the eye, aesthetically pleasing football, that is attractive football? Are we looking at that? Or are we looking at substance, which talks about effective football, which talks about the end result, which is winning, trophies, because they say that the end justifies the means. So that is the big question, the first big question that we're looking at on the Afia Banter Box tonight, to this evening, I beg your pardon. So it's going to be a very interesting topic, and we have two gladiators are in the house to discuss this issue. After Arsenal got a 7-point lead, leading to a lot of outcry from many people, including his most recent victim, that is Mikel Arteta's most recent victim, Fabian Hutzler, the manager of Brighton and Hove Albion, who said that Arsenal didn't deserve to win that way, that he would never play in that manner, he would never manage in that manner. But at the end of the day, what's the question? What's the issue that people need to look at? Are we looking at attractive football as the major yardstick to determine whether one plays well, or effective football? So that's the issue right now. And to discuss this, to banter over this matter, to engage in warfare, as the month of March sets the pace for that, are two gladiators we have in the house. First of all, we have in the red corner the lady herself. She is one of our regulars here on the Afia Sports Banter Box, and she packs a real punch despite her frame. I'm referring to none other than Queen Chioma Chikeze, a.k.a. the goddess of sports, self-acclaimed goddess of sports. Queen, good to have you.
Yeah, good to be here. I mean, the Reds keep marching on no matter what. But then it's great to be here this afternoon. It's nice. It's okay. It's very pleasant, to have your effective football with trophies to show for it, Then you play beautiful football, and at the end of the day, you still collect red card.
Okay, now that was a very, very.
If you want to talk to me, talk to me.
We're getting to you. Don't worry. That was a not so stray bullet.
Okay.
Actually, more like a not so stray Scud missile, especially with the conflict going on in the Middle East at the moment. But that notwithstanding, she's talking about the Reds marching on. The silence of Manchester United fans last night was sponsored by many. But let's just put it aside. That's not the
I was
discussion
there
for
to
now.
drink details personally.
We'll talk about that in the next point of the banter box. Now we have in the blue corner the man that calls himself the priest of football. So the self-acclaimed priest of football, Femelo himself, Emeka Madoke. Good to have you, Emeka.
It's good to be here. My work 6 is all for me.
I think I reserve my comment at that point. There's a lot I wanted to say right now,
Okay.
but I will not say it.
Okay.
Trust me. It's for your own safety because you might question your existence if I say what I
I
want
doubt
to say.
that, but okay.
Okay, so having said that, we're going to start right now. The question is very clear. Arsenal got a win over Brighton and Hove Albion yesterday,
Yes.
and then they opened up a 7-point lead. Yes, they have played a game more than Manchester City, their closest challengers, but Manchester City did not show the kind of consistency that they would have loved because they wobbled, surrendering a goal lead twice in the same game, and that happened at home at the Etihad Stadium, which is supposed to be their fortress. And relegation threatened the Nottingham Forest grabbed the points there. They shared spoils, which makes this a very, very intriguing battle. So the question is this. Arsenal
They are in a battle
have done
anymore.
no. We'll get to that. It's a battle. It's still a battle because
Okay.
there are eight cup finals for Arsenal to play
Okay.
and 9 cup finals for Manchester City to play. So we're still going to look at that. It's still a marathon and not a sprint. So I'm going to start with Emeka right now. Emeka, the
Okay.
question is very, very clear. Against the backdrop of Arsenal 7-point lead, recent 7-point lead over Manchester City in the Premier League with 8 games to go for Arsenal.
Yes.
Which one would you say is more important? Attractive football, which focuses on style, the manner of play, the flair, exactly, craft, basically, or
As-
effective. I'm coming. Or
Okay.
effective football, which focuses on substance. So you're looking at a blend between craft and graft,
Yes.
style and substance, the end and the means, performance and results. So where do you stand? Where do you pitch your tent in this regard? We want to hear from you first before we get a rebuttal from the goddess of sports herself, Choma.
First of all, I'd like to break it down into 2 ways. Yeah. I know many will say the ends justify the means, but it's not always the case when you look at football. The good game, as we know it and love it, is decaying gradually. Many teams now are coming into the haram system, as they call it these days, of which Atletico Madrid and Arsenal are one of the biggest players of haram football in modern day football. I'm saying it, I'm looking at the camera, I'm not hiding my face. One of the biggest haram players. Now, the beauty of football, when you see the flair, the style, the consistency of how players are able to entertain the audience, it's not there anymore in case of these 2 teams I called, most especially Arsenal now. Yes, they are getting the results. Like you said, the end justify the means. You're getting the results. That's what matters to Arsenal. Yes, good and fine. But for neutrals, they're not happy. It's not satisfying watching Arsenal. You watch Arsenal, okay, they get a goal from set piece. Do they even score goals from open play again these days? No, they don't. Only set pieces. When you look at Arsenal, I'm sorry, I rather watch a Manchester City game or a Manchester United game because there's end-to-end action there. Arsenal would just sit back, defend, throw the ball for counter-attack. When they go on a counter-attack, do the haram to get the corner. Doing the corner, they get the haram players to go there and bully these other players until they find a way to
You are
putting
a
the ball
man.
into. Yes.
Have strength. Have
No,
stamina.
no problem.
If you
We're
need, come
gonna-
and eat
But
a
when the
bar.
but when the reverse is the
Possible.
case, no, sorry.
Possible.
But when the case is the reverse,
Right.
when the case is the reverse, it's a foul. It's this, is that. I can count so many cases where Saliba was pushed, and it was given as a free kick. But when Saliba did the same to the opposite, nothing was given.
Now reaping the reward, the
So it's fair. It's okay. So no, what you're trying to tell me now is that in the modern game of football, I should watch one guy go and bully this person. When it's certainly a foul, they wave it off. But when it happens to that guy, they give it as a penalty or they give it as a free kick to that guy.
It's not.
Because it's the case. No, it is. It is.
No,
It is the case of
it's
what.
not
Because I
their
mean,
fault.
you come here and obviously I know it's not just their fault alone. Because I blame the VAR for making a lot of
Everything is
excuses for
there.
them. Everything's not there. One
besides,
double
last
standards.
month,
I'm basically
Chama,
saying
you
I'm
have-
calling it
you have
out.
the opportunity.
I'm calling it
Let-
out
let
now.
him
I'm
try-
calling
let him
it
have
out
his
now
point.
that Arsenal, when it comes to watching Arsenal matches, there are double standards to the refereeing in the games. Because when someone in Arsenal fouls a player from the opposite team, it's not a foul. In most cases, I can still take it back to the Hato case, where his hand was all over Hato's neck. We're not allowed to hug each other before the corner piece, or it's just a new corner routine.
We were talking about the first topic in the banter box regarding Arsenal's rise to the top in the English Premier League with 8 games to go, 30 games played for the Arsenal Football Club and 8 games to go. But many have accused them of playing haram football and then getting there, not sacrificing attractive football for effective football. But the big question, the first question, first of all, is what we're tackling now, which is which one is more important for big teams? Take note, the emphasis is on big clubs. And the big clubs know themselves. Those clubs that are contending for titles regularly and finish in the top echelons of the football pyramid. Now, which one is more important? Attractive football, which emphasizes style, or effective football, which emphasizes substance rather. So what we're talking about is the manner of play, beautiful performances versus beautiful results, which is the end game, winning things, winning games, and then eventually winning trophies. So the priest of football, Emeka Madoke, was talking and he was caught mid-sentence. So Emeka, just wrap up your thoughts
All right.
concerning your accusation to
Okay.
Arsenal right now.
All right. So, like I was saying before the break in transmission, and many a times we've seen it this season when you go for the attack against Arsenal. Minor touches on maybe the likes of Gabriel or the likes of Timber or the likes of Saliba leads you to break the attack because they give away a free kick to Arsenal. But when the same is the reverse on the opposite half, it's given as a penalty. Or other case, Arsenal is giving this or giving that. Most teams have suffered a lot under Arsenal this season. Get my point right now. I can call two people, most especially two people that make this Haram cyst set up very well for Arteta, and that's his two centre-back pair, Saliba and Gabriel. Most especially Gabriel. Gabriel is the main merchant there because, I mean, you have in every working team the bulldog and the stylish one that plays the good football. Now, you're looking at Gabriel. Gabriel is the kind of guy that goes in to give those dirty, sneaky tackles that often gets waved away by VAR. Many have called it, giving the VAR chances to look at their screens, check why they've not given the penalties, but the referee does on field, waves it off. After seeing the VAR screen, many incidences, like the one against, I believe that was Man City, on Haaland, where Gabriel matched the hem of Haaland's boot. Haaland went down straight. They checked the screen. He saw the contact. Referee,
That's enough.
was the contact enough?
Okay,
A
just
flaying arm to the eye, is it not still a
try to wrap
foul?
up your point so that
I'm sorry. I'm just asking in every because I'm pointing out another
she'll answer your
evidence.
question when she
A
has.
flaying arm to your face.
Game.
I flay my arm to your face. Is it not going to hit
If you
you?
bring your face to my arm. It's not
Okay,
my
I'm
fault.
bringing my face. All right.
What do you do? I mean,
I can't wait for the day that
Okay,
Saliba leaves the
okay.
pitch with a bleeding nose. I'm
Okay,
waiting
no
for
problem.
the day.
No, and
No
we-
problem.
Casemiro last night. Was that given?
Okay, fine. We do not. We're not advocates for violence,
Of
but
course.
we're advocates for violence. If you know the difference, you know the difference. So, having said that, I'll go straight to Queen. Queen, now it's up to you. You obviously are going to take a view that is opposite
Of course.
what Emeka is talking about. So, fire away. Give us reasons why you feel that effective football should be emphasized at the expense of attractive football.
Okay, now let's look at it era by era, right?
Yes.
We have in football, in fact, in everything about life, there's an era to it.
Mm.
The era when Arsenal did the Invincible,
Mm.
it was the era of beautiful football, tiki-taka, flair, style, where you have
Why
the
can't they
likes
do
of-
it again?
You have the likes of Theo Walcott, Thierry Henry, what's his name again?
Cesc Fabregas, the
Cesc
rest of them,
Fabregas,
after
and all
the
of them.
Invincibles.
Why can't they do it
beautiful-
again?
Beautiful football to watch. But look at it. After 2004, Arsenal were still playing beautiful football. But where did he land them? He landed them into 22 years
Of wilderness.
almost there and never
So
there.
waiting on the Lord is now making you turn to the dark arts.
Can you continue,
This
please?
is
Go
called
ahead,
waiting
go
on
ahead.
the Lord. Now, see what I see, what I think, and what I feel, and what the reality is that football fans are no longer seeing what to banter Arsenal with. So they have to find something. Give it a name. You talk as if set piece is not football. Pressure brings corner kick. Pressure results to free kick. And if I make good use of my free kick, what is it? If you're why are you complaining? Neutral fan, what is your problem? The people that should be complaining about enjoying Arsenal's football should be Arsenal fans. They are the number one priority for Arsenal right now. And what their fans
They're
want
too
to
knee deep in sorrow to enjoy
No.
football anymore.
Let your team give you that enjoyment. Let your team play fair football for you, and let you enjoy the fair football and enjoy a loss at the end of the day. And let me see how you clap for your team. Oh, we enjoyed this flair that you played today.
There's no
even though we
dignity in
lost.
what Arsenal plays. That's my
There
point.
is a lot of dignity. They are getting the result. At the end of the season, they will win the trophy. And that is what is most important currently in football. You can't tell me that someone will spend $100 million to buy a player to come and play tiki-taka. And at the end of the day, I'll clap for you. I'll pay you 300 and something pounds. £1,000 in a week and expect you to go to the pitch and do that.
That's a possibility of them flunking the league, but okay.
It's not. See, football era have passed that level. Look at it closely. Even the Barcelona are not even and they are no longer playing strictly tiki-taka. What football now is I look at you as my opponent, and I think that's what Arsenal is doing. I look at you as my opponent. What style are you bringing? How do I contend with you? If you want to play low block, fine and good. Let's do it. You want to show that because before now, Arsenal are not known to be physical. But currently what is happening is that Arsenal are bringing that monster mentality, and which is what I said last season. I told people, I said, see, the problem of Arsenal is not that they cannot play the game. It's not that they cannot score the goal. But Arsenal have not brought in that monster mentality that can actually push
monster mentality, these guys that
and that monster mentality is that I will not complain anymore. Last 3 seasons, Arsenal complained every day. It was looking like Ateta was almost going to cry. Last 2 seasons, the same thing. Even last season, I remember Ateta made some statement in way of, okay, it is enough. No more complain. We are going to go all out. We'll play the game. We'll get our win. Let's see how they are going to cancel it. And I was like, score your goal first. Stop saying, oh, they rough you. You failed. They are referee. Last season, Arsenal suffered this thing a whole lot. And now Arsenal have stood up to say, okay, you bring to me, I bring to you. Power for power. You show me haram. I show you haram. You say it's flay. We play the flay. Why are fans
Nobody's showing Arsenal haram because they are the haram.
They are surprised that Arsenal have not succumbed after December. Before December, they were like, oh, Arsenal will fall. We know them. The elephant is still on the tree.
With a seatbelt.
With a seatbelt.
Now, let me...
Okay, sure.
Even with the haram that they are playing, they are not getting us.
Whatever makes you sleep all at night, my dear.
A very flairful Chelsea is getting.
Okay.
Well, I think you're going to have to scratch that. You said getting the red card as much as the assumption there is that...
I would rather get the red cards and progress in tournaments.
Okay, let's put that aside now. Let's talk about... I'm not talking about Red Card FC right now.
Okay, no problem.
I want to ask you a question, Emeka.
Sure, no problem, sir.
And ask her a question. You are one of those that's accusing Arsenal of haram football.
Yes.
And I can understand what you're saying there. Maybe
3 times 3
some
wins.
people feel,
Understand.
and I understand that perfectly because one of the last 3 wins was against his beloved Chelsea, who play halal football, according to you. However, I digress. The question is this.
Yeah.
In the Premier League, Arsenal have played for you haram football that's painful to the eye, the kind of football that that
has no dignity. Let's call it what it is. Yes.
Paint dry. That's what you would say. I know. But the question I want to ask is it the same Arsenal that have played in Europe and won their 8 games out of 8? Were they playing haram football?
Haram football all the way throughout the last season.
I'm talking about it's a question I'm asking, and
Yeah.
there's a reason I'm asking, and I need you to enlighten us a little bit. This Arsenal that you're seeing in the Premier League,
Yes.
you accuse them of playing haram football. Now, if what you call haram football is physical football and then leveraging on corners, which, by the way, she said, are created based on pressure because people score own goals when they're put under pressure by the opposing players. People attempt corners when they are put under pressure by the defend corners rather when they're put under pressure, offensive pressure. You can never have a corner without offensive pressure from the opposing team, which means the team that is attacking put you in cover. So it's even arguable. You could argue that a team that has fewer corners in a game is the one that's playing more defensive football, which is haram football. But that's, by the way, I want to make a comparison right now, and I need you to throw that.
No problem.
Arsenal are accused, unfairly I would say, but that's left to everybody to decide, of playing haram football in the Premier League. But this same Arsenal has played the most scintillating football in Europe.
Scintillating?
Yes, the most scintillating football. And this is the admission of many of the top European managers. Wow. That's the admission. And if there's anybody who should be an expert in that, it's them, not just some wannabe footballer. But that's, by the way.
No problem.
How do you explain this? How do you explain the fact that Arsenal... I'm coming. How do you explain that Arsenal are supposedly playing haram football in the Premier League? There has to be a reason they're playing haram football in the Premier League, but playing very fluid and attractive football in the Champions League.
Now, one question,
So, go ahead.
Which managers exactly are saying this about Arsenal playing scintillating? Because it can never be Jose Mourinho, number one. It can never be the likes...
Jose Mourinho has spoken.
That they play scintillating
Yes.
football.
At the
You're sure it's
Diego
not an AI
Simeone-
video you watch?
Diego Simeone
His
has
fellow Haram merchant.
Yes.
Uh-huh. No, keep
Diego
calling the
Simeone-
names. Keep
Hold
calling
on,
the
Diego
names.
Simeone has
Yes,
spoken.
exactly. Mhm.
Vincent Company, Haram Merchant.
Exactly.
You call him.
Yes, exactly.
It's a company
Yes,
around
yes,
like
You
that.
guys live in a bubble.
Yes,
Will you answer
yes.
my
Let's
question?
continue.
No, you're
Let's
living in a bubble.
continue
No,
calling the names of the
I
Haram
can't continue
manager.
when you're insulting our intelligence here, but just answer. Try and
Call
answer
one
the
more
question.
manager.
No,
Just
answer the-
call one last manager.
Now I've seen that you're
Call one last manager.
You're being invasive.
Call
It's-
one
it's
last
shy,
manager.
it's shy.
Can
Now
you
answer
call
the
one?
question? Shimanso and Siflik. Now, can
Hansi
you just
Flick.
speak? Yes.
Of course.
As Flick has never said anything
No,
about
please go ahead.
scintillating football in regards to Arsenal.
Can
He
you
has not.
can you tell? No, when I say
No,
scintillating football is those are my words.
Those are your words.
Which is
exactly.
actually I'm explaining what they are saying using my words.
Okay.
Which is attractive football,
Okay.
the best football,
Best kind of
excellent football, which is
Okay.
what scintillating is trying
Can
to
we
explain.
call the game?
Now
instances?
explain why
Mhm.
Arsenal, based on your explanation, are playing around football in the Premier League but not in Europe.
Okay. Now, I stand on the claims that they play it both in Europe and in Premier League. I'm not saying they only
Need
play it in one
evidence.
league.
What's the
Okay.
evidence?
Let's take the Atletico game, for example. There was a foul by Gabriel on a certain Antoine Griezmann, which saw Gabriel's leg in an unnatural position. I'm sorry, why should the defender's leg be below, sorry, yes, just directly below my waistline, and it's not a foul? Tell me why. Because the full rule book say otherwise, but when it comes to Arsenal, the rules change. Let's go to the likes of when they played Bayern Munich. There was a foul from Timber on a certain Olise. My arm, my elbow hitting me in the windpipe, not a foul. We've done. Exactly. Why? In the penalty box, for that matter. I'm not saying outside penalty box. Now, let me go. Sorry.
8 games.
Let me
I want
go.
you to
Let me go back.
give
I'm
me up
taking.
to 4 instances.
I'm giving yes.
So
I've given you 2, right?
Yes,
I'm
2
giving
more.
another one.
2 more.
Now, when they
Not
played,
fabricated though. Real ones, actually.
yes, real ones. You can go online and search for these images. That you can see it yourself. I believe they've played Atalanta. This in the
No, they've not played them. That was last season.
was it Brugge or Atalanta?
Brugge.
Okay, yeah, Brugge. Yeah, because I remember they were blue and black. If I'm not mistaken, it was Fergus, the guy that gave Barcelona that tough torrent time in the league phase. He made a dribble into the last 8. There was a flaying leg from Calafiori in the penalty box. But all of a sudden, because it is an Arsenal defender, it's convenient that the leg was not flaring. But that same decision was given in another match, that same day, as a penalty. Why is the rules changing?
One more point.
One more point. Arsenal played, I believe they've played, who again? What's now
Arsenal
this thing?
played Athletic Bilbao.
No,
Arsenal
not
played,
Bilbao. Bilbao's game was okay. Yes.
Arsenal played Carrick'S.
No, that game was okay.
Internationally.
Questionable decisions, but that's not the game I'm looking for. They keep calling the players.
No, you are the one that you're the one. The burden of proof is.
I'm
on you.
trying to remember the particular team that just keep calling the games. I've called out Atletico Madrid. I didn't have to think twice about that.
Yes,
I didn't have to think twice about the
you.
Club Brugge game or the other game that they played. Now, I can only call out 3. Good and fine. Those are the ones that come to my memory. The rest have escaped my memory now. But I'm telling you, the rules change when it comes to Arsenal. Things that you see given in the same game week, game are being played at the same time as national matches. What is given in this game by UEFA in point A is turned around in point B because point B involves Arsenal.
Okay, so that's a
Why
grievous,
are
that's
we
a grievous
feeling-
accusation.
Why am I feeling like
But-
that's a very grievous accusation because I'm feeling like you're attacking Arsenal personally, whereas this
Yes,
very-
I am. I'm not hiding
It's
my
not
mouth.
fair.
I'm attacking them personally.
Across board.
It's called sour
everywhere.
grapes. But anyway,
We've
let's-
seen it with Barcelona. We've seen it with Real Madrid at some point. We've seen it with Manchester City, both in the Premier League,
Manchester
and
United as well.
Manchester City, both in the Premier League and in the UEFA Champions League.
Yeah.
This is it. We've seen it with different clubs. With Manchester United, the game everybody is shouting Arsenal, and the last game that everybody was shouting Calipari. This is that. A game before that game, Manchester City versus Leeds United. There was still a very obvious rob, which fans are still saying that City robbed that game against Leeds United. But
Yesterday against Nottingham Forest when City robbed as well.
last 2 seasons when City did their quadruple, right? We saw a
Quadruple, who
lot of
dashed them? Treble,
sorry,
actually. Treble,
sorry.
yes. Go ahead.
Scrap that. They cannot do quadruple.
All right.
Did a treble, right? We still saw what they were able to do, how they were able to get the Premier League. Against the likes of Everton, we saw the officiating. We saw different officiating against different smaller clubs. So, did we even hear all of this about City? No, we're hearing the praise of what's his name now? Pep Guardiola, how he's a merchant, how he's a professor, how he's the creator of football and all. Now, a man have sat down to say, okay, we need to win trophy. We have gone a long while without winning. Manchester United doing their days. Even at least I know what's his name. Jose Mourinho is still alive, he's still active in football. If it is 1-0, get the win. That is the most important thing. Nobody is awarding.
So if I have to get the win, I should kill everybody in the process of getting.
Anybody.
That's basically what Arsenal do.
What you understand is this. Like I told you, eras have changed.
Eras changed. Right? So now we're in the era of monstrosities, according to you now.
Football is
we're in the era of robotic football where we just have to kill the opponents and get the results.
We're not even seeing what we used to see back in the days. Emeka, you talk as if you not even watch this football in the days of Vidic.
I'm saying it according to the rule books. There are rules which are now being changed when it comes to a particular team.
Were those rules not there? When people were being broken, eyes were being broken, and you're going on to play again, nobody is talking to you. Are we not playing football for toddlers? If you don't have strength, you sit back, you look for a very scintillating, go for basketball.
Why don't you do a trials for the Rangers ladies and try the league? Let them try and maybe do what Arsenal does to you, and let's see whether you have your own.
I was chosen by secondary school days. It was my father of blessed memory. They actually didn't allow me to play football. I would have been, in fact, I played number 2. One of the reasons I was choosing to play in
I would have been, but I know B.
Was because of my no-nonsense attitude. Bro, I need to fear you.
Okay, so for the record, we have 2 people in the same WhatsApp group. And
no, I'm not in the same WhatsApp group with her. I got injured. She just didn't make it. That's the difference.
No, they the same WhatsApp group.
I didn't make it. I was not allowed to even.
You were not allowed to because of.
So none of you made it for different reasons. That's the point. Exactly. Same WhatsApp group in my book. All right, so let's do this. Okay,
you have your fun.
Having said this, the point, because we need to move to the next topic, but the point is this: attractive football, effective football, results.
Get the performances.
So effective football is me going and boycotting the rules and getting the results. That is effective football.
As anybody, because right now you are accusing.
I am openly accusing. Yes,
the officiating.
Yes, I'm pointing out to the PGMO. Yes, PGMO. I'm calling them out. Yes.
Oh, okay, so I'm
also calling UEFA. Yes, I'm accusing UEFA board as well. I'm accusing both boards.
The burden of proof lies upon you too.
Did you accuse PGMO last season when they were coming out constantly to apologize to Arsenal for poor officiating? Did you call them out?
The PGMO comes out to apologize to everybody every blessed week. I mean, when you play against the rules, you should be punished.
Like you're talking about, you want to point out the fact that, for instance, when Declan Rice held Gerald Hato, you're talking about issues like that. Now, these are issues where
we can keep going on and on about this.
But
you're talking
in a very sanctimonious way, as though Chelsea.
Call it as you might call it, but I am saying the truth. Neutrals who watch the football are seeing it and they know what is happening. They can't change the decisions of PGMO because they are not PGMO. I'm calling PGMO out on their nonsense, and I'm saying it. You keep getting every game wrong. Just scrap out the board because you clearly do not stick to your own rules. UEFA have changed it once or twice. Okay, try and work on your body.
Rest assured, in case there's any PGML official listening out there watching,
I'm calling you out without no fear.
Come out and get a piece of football. I can give his address. He's calling you out. So the fines that will be paid coming directly from his pocket. It has nothing to do with Afia.
I ain't paying no fines because I'm saying the truth.
All the views that are being disclosed here on the Afia Banter Box.
So I shouldn't have a voice again to call out the mistakes of the PGMO.
I have to protect the interests of Afia TV right now.
Where is the justice in football? Because I'm not allowed to speak again.
You know that somebody here is talking about sour grapes, so no problem.
Okay.
We'll be right back after this short break before we go to the next item on the Afia Sports Banter Box. Stay tuned. Don't touch that dial. Welcome back to the Afia Sports Banter Box on Afia TV. The frequencies are still channel 254 DSTV, channel 17 Go TV, and channel 748 Free TV. Welcome back, guys. We've been having fun with the guys here. Of course, America Madoka, the piece of football, self-acclaimed piece of football here, dishing out his normal
My daily ordination by God,
conspiracy
yes, to give you
theories
the truth.
concerning haram ball and everything in between. And then we have Queen Choma Chikeze, the self-acclaimed goddess of football or goddess of sports, I beg your pardon, who has been looking at the other side of it. But now we're going to start in this little time we have left to talk about something that happened. Manchester United enjoyed a bit of a revival under the management of Michael Carrick, their former player and former caretaker manager, interim manager some years back. And now he came back and he came back with a bang. And he's run through this, Manchester United side there with nine games unbeaten until last night. 9 games unbeaten. Michael Carrick went, and funny enough, that run began with a win at Old Trafford against Newcastle United, 1-0 win, where Patrick Dorgu scored the goal in that game. Then you could see after that it was a 1-1 draw against Wolverhampton Wanderers, a 1-1 draw, another one against Leeds United, and not a 2-2 draw against Burnley. And then they got the very, very unlikely win against the likely wins rather against Manchester City 2-0 at the Old Trafford Stadium, and then a 3-2 win over Arsenal at Emirates Stadium. Then another 3-2 win against Fulham FC, and then a 2-1 win against Tottenham, 2-0 win, I beg your pardon, against Tottenham Hotspur. Then they had a 1-1 draw against West Ham United, and then a 1-0 win, away win at Hill Dickinson Stadium against Everton, and then a 2-1 win against Crystal Palace, only to come crashing down against 10-man Newcastle United, where it all began. And Manchester United have gone through 9 games unbeaten under Michael Carrick. Yes, this setback is a setback indeed, but the question still remains whether Michael Carrick is the right man to take Manchester United forward. Having gone through a 9-game unbeaten run against, in the Premier League since his return, and the Premier League, because Man United are not in any competition again. So I have to emphasize that. In the Premier League, does Michael Carrick deserve the permanent job as Manchester United's gaffer, their manager? So that's the question. I'm going to start with Queen now. Queen, give us your thoughts about Michael Carrick. Has he done enough to deserve a permanent shot at the management, at the managerial seat, that hot seat that many great managers in the past have sat down there? Sir Matt Busby, the likes of course, Ron Atkinson, then, of course, Alex Ferguson, and then the rest of them up to this point. Does he deserve to be the permanent manager of Manchester United? Has he done enough? So that's the question we're asking.
So, what makes a manager fit for a job, a big side job? You look at what that manager is able to do. For some who have had experience in the past, you look at their antecedents. And then if you're going to look at managers in the category of Michael Carrick, personally, I think Michael Carrick has even shot above, he has punched above.
Far above
his weight.
Ruben Amorim, his predecessor, anyway.
Because look at it. First of all, okay, since we're focusing on this Manchester United side, let's look at managers post
Ferguson.
Sir Alex Ferguson. The only manager that has done better than what's his name, than Michael Carrick,
yes,
is Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, that had 10 games without 10 unbeaten games. About 9 wins and 1 draw he had in that period of time. Following him currently is Michael Carrick, who has had 7 wins, 1 draw, and 1 loss. Then followed by Jose Mourinho, because Jose Mourinho had about 3 losses and 7 wins in his first 10 games. So apparently he has done better than in the time being actually in Manchester United. He has done better than Ten Hag. He has done better than Amorim. He has done better than the other caretaker manager, Ralf Rangnick. He has done better than who else has taken that position in this space of time. Okay, Nut Van Nistelrooy did not spend so much time. Darren Fletcher did not spend so much time to bring them into the picture. So personally, I still feel, although this number of games, right, are not enough to determine who a good manager will be or can be. Now, losing a game is part of football. Yeah. And for a Manchester United side, yeah, I know a lot of persons are saying, oh no, they are playing only one competition once in a week or once in 2 weeks. You should be up there. But there's something about football. If Emeka would agree to say the truth, you know that there is a different energy. There is a different fitness that you accumulate if you're always active than when you are just practicing and practicing for a long time without any competitive games. It's always not, the players easily get fatigued along the way. And that I think is what has happened to Manchester United players, which saw them lose against Newcastle yesterday.
Okay.
Don't get me wrong, that was a very bad lose. And I think it's a distraction at the end of the game, thinking that, oh, the 1 point is in our hand, because you saw when that goal came in,
Yes.
it was at the dead of time. So I feel like it was them losing concentration
Alright.
when it mattered most. So for me, I think Michael Carrick, if they want to give him the job, he has done enough to say, I deserve this job. Because I mean, look at the people that they have given this managerial job in the past.
Okay. We have 2 minutes left. So, Emeka.
Quickly, I
Rebuttal.
will just say
Rebuttal.
this. Yeah, Carrick has done well. Kudos to him. Yes, the 9 games unbeaten, quite an impressive feat for him. Well, when you look at the quality of managers that they've had over the years, like, thank you for pointing out Oleshosa, Ragnick, and Jose Mourinho. There was a little bit of pragmatism to these managers that Carrick hasn't shown yet. Yes, he has not shown that level of pragmatism that the Manchester United setup normally has. Yes, they are playing good football. They are playing the one that's getting them results, the effective football, like we like to call it here in Afia TV.
Man U is not playing effective football that much. They are playing good football.
I'm
That's
just
Michael
addressing
Carrick.
the situation you pointed out in the first of all. Now, Carrick, yes, does he have a shot for the job? Good and fine, he has a chance, but I don't think he has done very much to deserve that job. There are still better managers out there.
Who?
De Zerbi is one of them.
De Zerbi.
Yeah.
Okay, so
For a Manchester United side.
Yes.
Okay, so Emeka is saying that De Zerbi
Wow.
is deserving of the
The
managerial
Manchester
job.
United.
Exactly.
We'll wait till the end.
What I think is, you will not know what you have
we need
until you
to
lose it.
Probably.
find. So lose. Let's just
That's why
lose
we
the
brought
goal.
Amorim.
All right, I think that's that. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you very much, Queen. Thank you very much for the role you've played here in this one. Emeka, thank you very much as usual.
It's a pleasure.
And then, of course, the cameraman behind the scenes. We thank you very much, Sammy, doing your job, even when you're not doing it sometimes too. We appreciate you. Thank you. And then, of course, everyone behind up there in the MCR and PCR, referring particularly to Chiamaka herself, as usual. Thank you for what you do. Dan Rising, thank you very much. We appreciate you. And every other person who's been involved in this, that's you all know your names. Please, my brain is hanging at the moment. But we'll do this again tomorrow by 5 p.m. We appreciate you. And to our viewers and our audience, we'll be back by 5 p.m. for the Afia Sports Preview Square on Afia TV. Till then, remain blessed. 5 p.m. is the time. Make sure you're there. I'm Sisi the Rabbi, signing out.